Hey yo, it's your friendly neighborhood Crow, and today we are starting our new series with Traveler's Rest. This will be a long play series because Traveler's Rest actually has a storyline, and on my personal version of the playthrough, I have over 40 hours and I'm not even halfway through it. So, I'd say gather some snacks, grab a drink, maybe a cozy blanket, and let's dive right in. This is episode 1. Traveler's Rest is actually in early access right now, so it's not completely done and they just keep adding more to it, but we're gonna go ahead and make a new profile. I do want to skip the tutorial just because of the fact that it is such a long and kind of tedious process, and it's super slow. Like, the tutorial is really, really slow. If you haven't played the game, I do suggest you play the tutorial because it does start you out with some nicer things, but I can't handle how slow the tutorial is. I really do hope they fix that in the future. I'm glad you can skip it though. In a lot of games you can't. You hurry to finish your drink as another group of customers leaves the tavern. It seems the rest have gone as well, leaving you alone with your beer and the bill. After leaving a few silver coins on the table to pay for tonight's food and drink, you get ready to get up and go, but a voice from behind you makes you stop. Pardon me, I couldn't help overhearing you speaking with your friends. You're completely right. King Cedric's death has been a great loss for the kingdom. A great man. Perhaps the best tavern keeper king of recent times, and a great friend. We were close, you know. Cedric often sought my impartial advice, and I, of course, was all too happy to give it to him. The man pulls his chair close and sits with you. Waiter, a couple of nice full pints, please. Where was I? Oh, yeah, Cedric. You see, Rylea wasn't always a kingdom it is today. No, before him there were others. A long time ago. Yes, a very long time ago.
Legends tell of a kingdom many years ago whose name has been lost to time. A place of prosperity and the good-hearted, blessed with peace. From her throne, the queen watched the passing of the seasons as bountiful harvests graced her beloved subjects. But nothing lasts forever, and the young queen soon fell gravely ill. The kingdom's prosperity faded with its queen, and not here long, the throne sat empty. For 7 days and 7 nights, the people of the kingdom held awake for her, with one question on everyone's lips. Who shall inherit the throne? With the kingdom in disarray, nobles assembled their hosts, and war ravaged those bounteous lands. Long years of despair reigned, but amidst the darkness, a spark of hope ignited far away from that devastated city. Rygar was a tough, weathered man, owner of a humble tavern called Traveler's Rest. In desperation, hundreds flocked to Rygar, pleading for food and shelter. He responded by taking them in under his protection. Rygar and the others built and worked the land, and the humble tavern became the wealthiest in the kingdom. His followers founded the Fellowship of Tavern Keepers and departed to spread his teachings. Thanks to Rygar, the kingdom recovered its former glory. Rygar was named the Tavern Keeper King, and the city was called Rylea in honor of the man who had brought hope back again. On his deathbed, he told his disciples with a smile, "Only one who has served 1,000 times can be worthy of being served." With him gone, the Fellowship of Tavern Keepers decided who should be the next king peacefully, just as their leader would have wanted. Neither blood nor riches would ever rule over Rylea. Since then, the Tavern Keeper's king's legacy has lived on, keeping the kingdom strong and prosperous for centuries. Now, the castle's horns are blaring, and that can only mean one thing. The Fellowship of Tavern Keepers has been summoned. The most capable in the realm are preparing for what is to come. Who can surpass the rest of the members of the Fellowship for honor and glory?
Oh dear, I got a bit carried away there. I think I've lost count of how many beers we've had. What? You think you can go up against the Fellowship? You're out of your mind. Those people are the elite and their skills far surpass those of us common folk. Hey, wake up! process of the game, that's for sure. You can decorate your whole tavern. There's not like a ton of decoration customizability right now. There is some, but there's not a ton. I'm looking forward to future updates for that as well. Good morning. We are contacting you regarding the non-payment of the agreed quarterly amount due for the debt incurred after the purchase of your property. Please make the payment within 15 days or we will take the necessary steps to recover the sum owed. Please note that should the situation continue, it is within the purview of the Chamber of Commerce to proceed with the seizure of assets or the property itself. Have a good day. Rylea, Chamber of Commerce. Okay, so the previous owner was in debt, obviously. The place is pretty run down. Good morning. Once again, we're contacting you regarding the debt incurred in the acquisition of your property. Due to the lack of response after our previous notices, we'll inform you of our intention to proceed with the appropriate measures. You will soon receive further communication from the Rylea Chamber of Commerce with our final decision. It should be noted that you can still settle the outstanding payments along with the late payment fee to rectify the situation. Okay, so they're still in debt. It looks like they did receive another notice, and then we pay for it after that. Which is just brilliant. Let's try to get this place fixed up. So we're gonna get some of the necessary materials to fix these tables really quick. So we can fix the building up, because that is step one. There is a lot of debris on the farm, but there's only so much of it we can break before we can upgrade our tools and stuff to get rid of the rest of it. My favorite part is the fact that the broom is our weapon throughout pretty much the entire length of this video. I love the broom so much. The animations and sound effects are also some of my favorite things. In some games, they've been a little weak or like lackluster. They're not something you really notice. But in here, they did a really good job with it. Even the music's really nice. The pixel art is actually really pretty in this as well. Traveler's Rest is actually, it was on my wish list for quite a while before I finally got it. I did get it during a Steam sale, actually, which makes me kind of proud of myself for being frugal, but I have enjoyed it. I got really, really stuck on it when I first started playing it. I had managed to accumulate close to 40 hours worth of playthrough on my own time. And yeah, it's fun. It's addicting. It gives you that same feeling of just one more day like Stardew Valley gives you, which is nice, actually. So we have one of the tables done so far. Let us start the next one as soon as it's done doing its thing. But for now, we'll gather. Something I did notice in my previous playthrough that I'm changing up with this one is I opened my tavern every single day when I first started. And that it doesn't make sense to do that right away because you don't have any ingredients, you don't have any money to buy ingredients. So what you need to do is you need to go out and explore the map and gather ingredients and forage from around the map first. Especially since, for me, for my playthroughs, liquor and beer and juices are one of the most important parts that I start with. So you kind of have to have the components of those to be able to make any headway if you're playing it the way I am. There are multiple ways to play this game for sure. I just happen to lean pretty hard into the liquor portion of it. Alright, table is done. I'll just add some more in here to keep it going. Repair this one. Yep, thank you. We don't have any fuel, so let's throw some fuel in here. And make some iron bars. We're gonna need those. We can repair this. Now we can make some more fuel using the wood we gathered. And we'll come back to try to clear as much of this out as we can. Coal is important as a fuel source, but if you keep trees growing on your land, wood is also a good fuel source. As you can see, we have the wood cutting table, and that'll make it into fuel for literally all of your tables inside the tavern, because they all need fuel to run. There's no electricity, or I don't think there is. Everything's run by wood, so, or coal. Makes sense given the kind of time period we're in. Completely forgot I could do these fences. So now I'm gonna do all the fences. I do try to keep my tables full and baking at all times, just because we don't ever want to not have what we need. Alright, let's see. Okay, we can make this one. We only have one more. And I need nails. Okay. So I'll wait for this to finish and then do nails. I'm gonna clear this space out because I think I want to use this space for my garden. In the tutorial, it has you pick a space, and in my personal one, I did it back behind my tavern, and I didn't really like it there, so we're gonna try a new space. Here. I'm gonna try to keep it all at the full 9, just so I know how many seeds I need. I probably will forget, though. I almost always do. It's not like I'm gonna go back and count them either. I don't care that much. Now, we do not have an energy bar in this game, which is odd, because in most of the management sims and or farming simulators I've ever played, there is like a stamina bar, an energy bar, whatever you want to call it. There is not one in this game. However, there is a time limit to everything. You have to be in bed by the time that clock hits 3 a.m., or you will pass out and you won't wake up until 11 the next day. So, do be mindful of what the clock says the time is. I don't know how many people know how to do the 24-hour clock. If I do believe you can change it in the settings if you need to change it, just so you're aware. But time is very relevant in this particular game. Where there's no stamina bar, there is most definitely a time limit. I do think every day is about 15 minutes, maybe. Don't quote me on that. It might be closer to 30 minutes. But you can accomplish quite a lot in one day, which is nice. Alright, we finally have our nails, so let's get this started. And now we need 20 wooden planks, 25 iron nails. Let's see how many we have really quick. And 5 stone bricks. We'll do a couple more nails. And we need stone bricks. Obviously, we don't have enough stone. It's alright. Let's get these planted. I don't plant the tea. I do not use tea. Tea is actually, I found, sells for cheaper than some of the fruit juice does. So I choose to not do the tea. We are going to throw my hops and stuff down though, because that's important. And then we're going to toss my tree down when I remember to do so. We need more stone. Right now I have plenty of time, so I'm going to run up here. This is where the mine is. Oh, cutscene. Have you gone mad? How dare you suggest such a thing? We're running out of time. I'm sorry about Pharaoh, but we can't just sit around doing nothing. I wish things were different, but we're out of options. I'm not letting you blow Pharaoh into smithereens along with that block of ice. You really don't care. You just want to get back to work. Come on, that's not fair. You got any better ideas? You've just got yourself to think about, Brock, but Rochelle and I have families to feed. We need to fulfill the order on time. Clive, I don't care. I'm not letting you anywhere near my friend. If I catch either of you inching for the dynamite, I'll make sure you swallow it. So Pharaoh is off to the left on the second level of this mountain. We'll save him eventually. There's not like a time limit on the quests and stuff that pop up, so can kind of do it in our own time. Ooh, there's a turkey. I'm not gonna get it right now, but I'm going to get it later. I want to try to get the stone we need here. Alright, now turkey. No, come back! Oh, rude. Haha! I got it. I think there's another bundle of stone up here as well. Berries. Oh, and aromatic plants. Nice. There is quite a bit of forage in the game. And there's quite a bit of meals you can make too, which I find to be particularly entertaining given the premise of the game. It can just be really hard to make the meals at first, so I have found that you should probably start with vegetable-based meals, just because that's what you can find out in the wild, or grow yourself, without it costing you an arm and a leg, because you can get farm animals, but they're really expensive. Finally, I can get these blocks going. Clean up some more. Yeah, there are a couple more fences up here. Breaking this stuff does give you some items sometimes, so I do suggest that you clear house when you can. Plus, it just looks nicer. I don't know about you, but I really do like decorating. Okay. Now we have the stone blocks and everything else we need. You got everything. And now Mai fixes the tavern. Ta-da! It's all pretty again. I can't believe we finally finished. I've never seen the tavern look so dazzling before. I misjudged you. You're not so bad at all. I love Mai. I think Mai is one of my favorite characters for this game. So we can't access most of this until we level up our reputation, which happens when we open the tavern. But we're tired, so off to bed I go. Or maybe not. Oh yeah, no. Have to start the malt and stuff. Completely forgot, because we didn't do the tutorial. We have to start this stuff because we don't have anything. We have nothing in the barrels or anything for our tavern. Alright, it is the next day. Let us grab this malt. Start another one. And then start some liquor. I think it's beer. It's a lager. We should probably see if we can make something food-wise. Let's do turkey. Let those all cook. So nothing burns. You don't have to keep your eyeball on it at all times. Yeah, just double checking, but yeah, we don't have anything in the kegs, so. Or I think those are aging barrels. The keg is behind the counter, actually. Make sure to water our plants. And I do believe we should go exploring. So I think that's what we'll spend today doing. Just kind of looking at all my stuff I've got on me. We don't have any big boxes right now. So sorting things out's gonna be a little tedious. But for now, we're gonna gather everything we lay our eyeballs on. Because things in this game are still seasonal. There are seasons. And then we'll come in here. During the tutorial, you actually open this, but we skipped the tutorial, so we're gonna come in here really quick. And open it up. That way when we come up here, it's already taken care of, and we don't have to waste time doing it. Raise your glasses, custodians of ancient legacy, for knowledge recorded will never fade from memory. It's on fire! This is where we get most of our recipes. Something else that I made note of is you cannot whack any of the trees out here. Like, you can't knock any of them down. They are impenetrable to an axe, so don't even bother trying to whack down the trees here. You have to grow them on your farm if you want any wood. Now, I am running my shift. I have my shift set at click to run, like click shift to run. We don't run very fast at first. That is actually an upgrade you have to get later. There is a skill tree. You can reset the skill tree, but it does cost money. So do try to be mindful of what you're choosing. You'll see that I'm digging stuff up. You can get like ancient artifacts and other useful items out of the ground, including stuff that you can wear if you give yourself a wardrobe. And you can use some of the stuff you dig up to make some cool decorations for your tavern as well. Hello, little one. What are you doing sleeping here? Oh no, Bob asleep. Nugget, you promised to wake Bob. Bad Nugget. Hello? Ah! You scared Bob. Ho-ho! You wake Bob? Thank you so much. Bob, hurry back to farm to Violet Girl. She worry if Bob no come back. You take this Bob favorite bottle. Bob filled with things like hot spring water. Help much for unfreeze Bob in winter. Ho-ho! You can keep. Me sure it useful. Ah, if want, you visit Nugget and Bob shop and farm. We sell more bottles and nice things. You no forget, eh? I love Bob. Bob is also cute. So this is what we're going to use to unfreeze Pharaoh. the hot water bottle. How it stays hot forever, I will never know, but... We're gonna come over here and dump this on him. Have to do this 3 times. Which is a little tedious, considering the fact that we're so slow! I guess I just wish I could rush around like I do in Stardew Valley, but... These are 2 different games, I can't compare them so much. Alright, 1 more to go. My character is getting the exercise of a lifetime. Running up all these stairs so many times. After we thaw Pharaoh out, the mines are open. As of recording this, there's only 6 levels in the mine. So, the mines are not very deep at the moment. They are procedurally based and they change every day, like the layout of the mine, which is kind of nice, considering there's not many of them. And I told Clive, if you keep it up, I'll take my pickaxe and... Wait, where was I? Hello? Are you looking for something? Hello? Wait a minute, are you a bandit or something? Brock and the others can't be too far. Rob them instead! Frozen? Ha 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 ha! Good one. You can all come out now. You guys are hilarious. You crack me up. But if I'd really been frozen, I think I'd be... Blue? Wait, have I really been frozen here for weeks? By the gods, then that means... It means... I missed my birthday! Well, I suppose that doesn't matter anymore. If you don't mind, I'm gonna go look for the rest. This being frozen in ice thing sure has made me hungry. Guess I'll be seeing you around. Alright, mines are open, but we're not gonna go in there right this moment. We don't need to. Sometimes the quests get stuck up in your right-hand corner even after you've completed them. If they do get stuck in the right-hand side of your screen, just go in and click on a different quest and it'll remove it for you. It's a weird, like, little bug thing, but it's easy enough to fix, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright, we've gathered everything from up here. This bucket is where you're gonna find things that you accidentally leave behind or you can't get to. Occasionally when you're mining nodes, you won't be able to pick up the items because they fall behind like a background or something. That's where it'll land up if you accidentally miss something. That way it doesn't just like disappear. This cute little forest area here. Oh, there it is. See the recipe, new recipe for a prehistoric small table? That's what I'm talking about with the ancient recipes. You need a specific table for that, though. We don't have it yet. You have to purchase the recipe for that. Or, no, I think you have to purchase that. And say hello to the farm. These are our neighbors. If you're ever wondering why you see me clicking the toolbar down below instead of using like the scrolling wheel or my numbers, one, I forget I can use the numbers on my keyboard, and two, the scrolling wheel on my mouse is broken. Hello, neighbor, you must be the new owner of the nearby tavern. You've done a magnificent job, by the way. The place was practically in ruins before you showed up. Oh, my, where are my manners? I'm Buzz. Me and my family welcome you to our humble farm. Your family? That's right. A true blessing from the gods. They're inside right now helping me unpack things. Do you need some help? That's very kind of you, but I wouldn't want to bother you with this. Don't worry about us. We'll be done in no time. Maybe when I'm done, I'll pay a visit to your place. I'd love to try a chilled mug of your best beer. Of course, come whenever you want. You got it, neighbor. I'm sure that once we've settled in, we'll become very good friends. Well, it is time to get back to work. Thank you very much for your visit. So there are 2 missing tabs in the skill tree. There's, well, I don't know if okay, there's at least 1 missing tab in the skill tree and another missing tab. So one of the skill tree ones that's missing is a magic skill tree, and it says that it's coming soon. Of course, early access. We've previously discussed this. And then the other one is relationships. So I think eventually you'll be able to, like, maybe marry or woo characters. I don't know what character I like the most. Plus, I don't know who will be romanceable. But I guess we'll see in the future. I'm kind of excited to find out which characters we'll be able to form that bond with and add into our team, more or less. There's Bob and Nugget. You won't see me go to their shop all too often, just because of the fact that they don't carry anything that I feel like I need. Some people swear by him, but I just think he's a cute character. Now, when you do dig things up, and when you come down to the beach, like you see me doing here, you do pick up trash occasionally, like this underwear I just picked up, or the boot I just picked up. When you pick those up, save them, because there's a gentleman over here. I'm sure we'll see him. Who, at some point, you're able to trade these things for money. Hello, my friend. Welcome to my humble abode. Sorry for the mess. To be honest, I wasn't expecting a visitor. Nice to meet you. You can call me Wilson. Yeah, it's not a very common name around here. I arrived in the kingdom a few years ago and stayed to pursue my passion, art. Since then, I've been living on this beach, enjoying life's little pleasures. This is your house? It's amazing. Thank you very much. I built it with my own hands. It may not be a palace, but it's all I need. Somewhere I can keep warm and work is more than enough for me. After the shipwreck, I was able to recover most of the materials I needed. The first months were a bit tough, but seeing it finished, I feel it was all really worth it. Shipwreck? What shipwreck? Yes, I actually arrived here by accident. I was on an expedition with other researchers when a storm cracked the hull of our ship, leaving us shipwrecked in the middle of the ocean. That's all I remember. When I came to my senses, I was on this beach and decided to make it my home. And you didn't think about going back? That's the funny thing. I love my new life. Now I do what I want, when I want. I can spend days writing, painting, or just lying in the sun. Anything is possible. When I realized I was able to survive on my own, I decided that I would never go back to my old life. The wonders of the world are there to be enjoyed, not to be read about in a sad, tattered manuscript. I see. So nice to meet you. Same here. Drop by any time. Spending time with your friends is one of the many beautiful things in life. So Wilson, I feel, is a callback to a movie called Castaway, where I watched it in middle school. I am almost 30, so it's safe to say that it's an older movie, but the volleyball in the movie, the shipwrecked guy named Wilson, and it brings me joy to see a callback to it. Enjoying? Does a sword enjoy piercing its enemies, a spear being sharpened? No, I lost that right long ago. Okay, they're biting at least? Look, I'm busy. Why don't you just go away and leave me alone? Okay, sorry to have bothered you. My bad. If I walk up here, and I walk back. Her dialogue changes. Listen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so rude. It's just, well, whatever. Let me introduce myself. I'm Hikari, daughter of Kujaku. I hope I haven't upset you. If you want to fish, don't mind me. Now that I think of it, it would actually be nice to have some company for a change. Thanks, but I don't know how to fish. Huh. Maybe it's for the best. Believe me, you don't know what... Okay, don't look at me like that. See that old rod next to me? You can take it if you want. It's no beauty, but it'll do to show you the ropes. Okay, lesson 1. To trick your prey, it's essential to use the right bait. There are various species in this realm, and each of them feeds on a single type of bait. There are other factors that affect fishing too. What species you can catch depends on what bait you use, the season we're in, and the type of water you're fishing in. Got it? Yes. If after a couple of tries you see that nothing's biting, it's because you're not fulfilling some of the fish's conditions. In that case, you should change bait or switch between salt and fresh water to see if it works. Lesson 2. A rod is not just a tool, it's an extension of your body. What's the balance like? Does it provide a good grip? I think so. Good. The higher quality of the rod, the easier it will be to catch fish. Lesser rods won't be able to handle the heaviest fishes. So if you feel you're consistently having trouble catching anything, you may need to change your strategy. Exactly. It sounds like you're getting the hang of it, so let's move on to practice. Here, with this bait bag, you have a little bit of everything to get you started. I recommend the lures. When you're using the rod, press Q and choose the bait you want. Cast the buoy into the water by pressing F. And then wait. I'm just gonna go with a worm. Stay focused on the buoy. The fish will bite. There we are. You've got one. No. I couldn't figure out how to do this. It's not clicking. You have to click and hold, like, over the fish. That's it. That's a great Ha ha ha. It could happen to anyone. Sometimes fish bites can be mistaken for all kinds of junk. Don't worry about it. You'll get it. That was good. I remember the first time my dad took me fishing with him and... Nothing, don't mind me. I'm glad you liked it. You know what, why don't you keep the rod? Treat it with care, will you? I know it's pretty worn out, but I have fond memories of it. Don't worry, I'll take care of it. Glad to hear. Anyway, I guess I'll see you around. If you're ever in town, come by and pay us a visit. My father has the best fish in the kingdom. Mind you, he's skinflint, so don't expect any type of discount. Alright, thank you. Do a little fishing. I do like this mini game though. It's different. I got another boot. Maybe we should try something different. Oh god, fish. Well, I failed at that. Woo! We got our first fishy. A horse mackerel. Oh, we got another one. Cool. We can probably use this to make some sort of food. Let's head back, though. It's starting to get kind of late. Quack, quack, quack. Oh, we have mail. How did I miss that? It's Woody. Hey, how's it going? I see someone's been busy digging holes outside the city, am I right? While on a walk the other day, I almost broke my leg when I tripped on one of them. Don't try to deny it was you. I've seen you with that spade of yours. Haha. I too have come across one or two surprises below ground. I've even dug up some very odd blueprints for ancient artifacts. It's not my sort of thing, but if you want to make the most of what you find, you should check out our artifacts table. I designed it in collaboration with an expert in the matter, and it's fitted with all you might need to keep up your research. All the best, Woody. Alright, let's grab this stuff. Need some fuel in here. I was right. We can make some food. Oh, we're out of water. Oh my god, I'm out of space. Yeah, okay. Alright. Oh, dear lord. Alright. Let's put some of this stuff up first, really quick. trying to remember how to decorate. It's a little difficult. You do have to have candles. I'm not sure if you need one on every single table, but I do it just to be safe. Alright, let's go get some water. Water collected. Food collected. Let's make some more beer really quick. Put this beer in the aging barrel. So with all of your liquor, it has to be aged before you can put it in the taps. Put the food away. And then to bed we go. Well, actually, let's put some of this away. Hang on. Alright, now we have some more room. Now it's bedtime. Woo! We have beer. Let's put this in the other aging barrel. Good, good, good. I'm gonna make some juice really quick. While the juice makes, we're gonna meander over here and water plants. As always, kind of fill these guys up so they're making things. Water. Back in we go. Double check what I've got on me. There it is. Alright, we need to put candles on the table. So people do pay for water. It's just not as much as you would think it is. Alrighty. Well, now we're open. I always make sure to try to keep my broom selected when the tavern's open. Because you need it to whack angry customers and to clean up messes. Speaking of angry customer, there's our first one. And whack. I think that's an interesting mechanic, honestly. Keeping up with this as you add more tables is difficult, but you can hire staff eventually. Have to clean the tables. I do like the fact that they all have dialogue, but the dialogue kind of starts to repeat after a while. So I hope they add more dialogue that these guys say. If you do look down in the bottom right, there is this little bar with our level on it. That's our reputation. The customers for our tavern give us reputation when they leave. It can either be positive or negative. It depends on how quickly we serve them, what we serve them, that kind of thing. I am happy you can carry multiple drinks at a time, though. It makes life a little bit more convenient. We're almost out of water. It's only just after 12 on the third day, so there's that. Ouch, that was a door. There are indicators that show up on the right-hand side as well. The wilted flower means that it's dirty and it's affecting your reputation. I think that's the only one I've seen so far. Well, no, there's another one. If the tavern gets too cold, you'll see a blue thermometer with a snowflake on it. That's why we have a fireplace off to the right, but it's spring right now, so as long as I don't keep the tavern open too late, I won't have to light my fire. Good lord, it's dirty again. Luckily enough, when you add drinks, it changes the drink selection for the people ordering. So they won't get upset at you. They swap over to order whatever's available. Oh, someone's mad again. Oh, God, I missed. Okay, there we go. It is a lot of running back and forth to begin with, but it actually keeps me amused and passes the time, so I have no complaints with that. I do like the fact that you can walk to the head of a table with an order and it'll serve whoever's at the table that's asking for it. So I'm closing it now before it gets cold and I have to start running firewood. It's just more cost effective at that point. Plus then I can go do other things I need to get done. Yay, reputation! We're level 1. Progress. We're gonna make what I can, I guess. Which isn't much, apparently. It's alright. It is my first day opening my tavern, so... it is what it is. Alright, let's look at my skill tree. And take this one. That's my tip jar. It gives us a 2% chance of getting a tip. Just kind of looking at all of these and what I need to make them. Now the mushrooms say I need cream. The only place you can get cream is from the farm. So we're gonna go check and see if the farm people are done setting up. If they aren't, then we'll have to make do with whatever else we've got. Mushrooms are terribly abundant. Like, they're everywhere all the time. Except for during one of the seasons. I think it's winter. So as long as you're always picking up your mushrooms, you'll have plenty of mushrooms to make meals out of. Oh look, there's a turkey. Turkey, die! Die, turkey, die! Oh my gosh, I keep missing. What the heck? There we go. Got it. Alright. Check and see if our farmer is settled in yet. The door would be open. And it's not. Yeah, not open yet, which means no cream of mushroom for us. That's unfortunate. It's alright, we can wait. We have time. Now there is a forest over here to the right. I don't go in here very often just because it takes a lot of time to get through. And sometimes when you're trying to do it later in the day, it puts you at risk of passing out. But there's mushrooms and everything down here, so I'm gonna come grab them really quick. Now that we've seen the mechanics for the tavern, like what it's like when it's open, because that's going to be the vast majority of what I'm doing for a hot minute, besides story stuff, I'll probably speed those sections up just so we can cut back on some of the time, the watch time. It seems like since after the great COVID hit, and everybody went back to a semi-normal way of living instead of being isolated at home all the time, we don't watch as much long-form content. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it seems like the vast majority of people who watch videos don't watch videos that are longer than like 30 minutes, typically speaking. So I'm gonna try to whittle down on the time that these videos have in them by speeding things up a little bit. I'm not gonna speed everything up, but I don't think these videos will be less than like 45 minutes long. Just because the days do take so long. And there's a lot of dialogue, so. For that reason, I'm going to whittle down on the parts that I can whittle down on. Just to make it a little bit more digestible for everybody. I'm trying to figure this YouTube thing out. I did start videos when I was back in high school, but I've done removed all of those because they were made on a tablet. They were not made on a computer. And honestly, they're terribly embarrassing, so I'm not going to allow those to remain. So we're kind of just starting from scratch. And learning what the algorithm likes, what you guys like, what you guys want to see, what you guys don't want to see. If you guys have any suggestions for games you want to see me play or other content, that would be absolutely fantastic. Do some closing shift stuff here really quick. Just doing a quick check before we head to bed. Put some stuff away. Is there stuff we have on us that we don't need at this exact moment? And that is that. Alright, let's tackle this. Next day, this will probably be the last day. I think we're just about an hour and a half in, so we'll make some food really quick. Just to make sure we have what we need to run the tavern. Oh, looks like we have these ready now. We'll take one of these and leave the other one in so they aren't exactly the same. Alright. Now we have all this food set up, some drinks set up. Very good. We're gonna come down here and water my plants and stuff like that. Fuel. I'm always forgetting to add fuel. I do want this barrels stand. You can stack 3 barrels on top of each other. Means I'll be able to make more alcohol at a time. Now we can harvest all of these, and then I think I have to water these, yeah. Let's collect this. Start some more. And back we go. Oh, we don't have any grain? We're growing grain as we speak, but looks like we might need to go into town for some items. We haven't been to town yet, so might be a good idea anyway. I really do like the music in this game. So lively. Alright, let's go. Let's see if I can hit level 2. It would be nice. We're just gonna kind of rush through this really quick. See me run around all willy-nilly here. I'm glad the music doesn't sound terribly different sped up. Oh, angry person. Oh, look, they calmed down. It's the first one we've had that's calmed down. Man, so many people at the counter. Good lord. Had some guy picking on another customer, which is just great. Don't you love working in customer service? Gotta make some more juice. Ah, it's all dirty again. Oh god, there we go. We got rid of him. I mean, we're pretty close to level 2. We're almost there. Hopefully by the time everyone leaves, it'll be alright. Oh, more fish. I'm pretty sure my brain lags, and that's why I just kind of sit here and stare off into the middle of nowhere when I should be serving people, but it's okay. Keep up with all these little orders really quick. Try to keep stuff tidy too. And there's our last call, which means no one else will be ordering anything. They'll all leave. Woo! We are level 2. Trying to remember which one of these. So the reason why I picked what I picked is because on that skill tree you have the ability to make certain types of liquor worth more money, and that's what I want to get to. Of course, they leave this giant mess. Gross. Absolutely disgusting. Yuck. Alright, all tidy now. We are going to make a foray into town. Because we need stuff. Look, Leah, we have a customer. I think it's not just any customer, Rhea. She must be Maya's new little mouse. What's the kitty up to now? Or Mai's, my bad. Teehee, what a mischievous kitty. Look at her. The poor thing doesn't even know why she's here. Yes, she's scared stiff. If you're a good little mouse, you've got nothing to be afraid of, right, Leah? Of course not. We help good mice, but the bad ones. You're scaring her, Leah. Remember what Mai said. You know how sharp kitty claws are. How boring. Mai is the only one who can play. What in the world are you talking about? See, Rhea, now she wants to know. Now she's curious. But curiosity killed the cat. I better leave. Oh my, what a proud little mouse. You can visit us anytime. A friend of the kitty is a friend of Rhea and Leah. Of course, where else would little mouse get plants and seeds? Only bad mice would get them from elsewhere. She wouldn't do that to us, would she? No. I told you, Rhea, she's a good little mouse. If you need anything from us, talk to us. They're weird. They're really weird. It's alright, though. Alright, we need to get some seeds. There are a lot of seeds in this menu. Take a quick look. Definitely need wheat. Need sugar. I made this mistake of not putting sugar down the last thing I played. So, never doing that again. Grapes are important. You can make wine out of them and juice. Tomatoes for a specific type of food I want to make. Strawberry seeds. Anything else? This is just like shopping in real life. Trying to remember everything you need because you weren't smart enough to bring a list. Yep, that's me. We've got everything we need for salad. And now we have some hops and stuff too. Alright. We used a bunch of our money, but we have what we need. That's all that matters. Do want to stop by here because this guy is the one who has the I think it's not malt. He has the yeast we need. Couldn't remember the word for it, but we need lager yeast. Where is it? There it is. That'll do. Onwards. Okay, now it is time to plant seeds. I forgot I have to water all of this before I can plant seeds. Get all this stuff planted down. Almost done. I was having an inner debate. Should I plant it? Should I not plant it? But I don't want to waste my time either, so... Oh, no, it planted wrong. It's fine. Just ignore it. Moving on. Alright, let's make some other stuff here. I need water. I'm always forgetting to refill my water buckets. I'm gonna have to make some more buckets later because I'm tired of the running back and forth. Nope, I don't have any juice to add, so we'll go this way. There it is. There's the juice I was looking for. Kind of just looking at what I have available to cook. Still don't have any grain because it's growing. So I think we'll just head to bed. So that'll be the end of this episode. If you enjoyed what you saw or enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, comment down below. I'm always thankful for your guys' input and you guys watching my videos. And I'll see you all around. Have a beautiful day.